The Bloodline is not gonna work without Roman. It's not gonna work. They need Roman Reigns to keep it interesting. Roman Reigns, the big dog, acknowledge the tribal chief, mother... Hey yo, what it do? My name is George something, the YWC World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, I just want to tell everyone to go ahead and join the Hood Gang Network today. It only costs $2.99. It helps the channel and it helps the cause. Or if you don't want to join though, for some reason, then there's an option below, super stickers, super thanks, you know how it is, cause any way to help the channel, it will be appreciated. Now, let's talk about the Bloodline. Now I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on the Bloodline? The new Bloodline, with Solo Sikoa and, you know, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa and Jacob Fatu. What are your thoughts on the new Bloodline? Do you think they're interesting? Do you think they're better than the old Bloodline with Roman Reigns? Personally, I still prefer the old Bloodline, but this new Bloodline right here, they are booking them right. You know, the storytelling and everything, the emotions. You know, like, previously I've watched this clip with Paul Heyman. He was crying and everything. You know, he didn't acknowledge Solo Sikoa as the tribal chief. And it's very emotional. I love the acting. I love the, Solo Sikoa screaming at Paul Heyman, the emotions and everything. I love it. You know, I adore that segment. It was a great segment. I think it was cool, you know, for what we got. I think Roman Reigns is gonna come back as a face. He's gonna fight Solo Sikoa. Or maybe, who knows, maybe secretly this was The Rock's plan all along, and down the line, The Rock is gonna come back. Roman Reigns versus The Rock, dream match. Holy shit, now that would be... Now that's awesome. Let's talk about the Bloodline. I've seen this post and I think it's very interesting. And remember, not even a couple of weeks ago, people were saying this new stable sucked and it wasn't going to work out without Roman. Actually, I was one of those people who were skeptical of, like, really? Solo Sikoa? He's the new leader? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. This is boring. The Bloodline is not gonna work without Roman. It's not gonna work. They need Roman Reigns to keep it interesting. Roman Reigns, the big dog, acknowledge the tribal chief, motherfuckers. It's not gonna work without Roman Reigns, but holy shit, I'm surprised. They made it work. Jacob Fatu debuted, and then they destroyed Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman taking bumps, like, what the fuck? How old is Paul Heyman? Like, he was able to take that bump. It's not a normal bump, it was a fucking table bump. Holy shit, that's gotta hurt. He's not meant to take bumps like that. And I'm surprised he fucking survived. I was expecting him to not survive. You know, his body weight, he's not athletic. He's very fat or whatever, and holy shit, he was able to fucking survive that shit, motherfucker. Paul Heyman is one tough SOB. Okay, now everyone can't wait to see what happens next. Yeah, I watched the clip, you know, the segment. People were chanting Roman or whatever, you know, we want Roman. I think I remember, you know, they were chanting for Roman. And I'm predicting Roman, you know, whenever he comes back, they will have a huge pop. Roman Reigns is gonna get a huge pop. You know, they are gonna turn Roman face. It's impossible for Roman to come back as a heel. When Roman Reigns comes back, he's gonna be a face, alright? But he's not gonna be your typical face. He's not gonna be the old Roman Reigns, suffering succotash, or Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty, you know, Jack and the Beanstalk, Roman Reigns telling nursery rhymes. He's not gonna be that kind of face. He's gonna come back as a face with some gray, you know, gray shades of gray. He's not gonna be a Sissy Mary milquetoast face. He's not gonna be a Goody Two Shoes face. He's gonna be a anti-hero face. He's gonna be a cool guy face, and I can't wait to see that. People are gonna pop when Roman Reigns comes back. The Bloodline story has been going on for 4 years? 4 years? Holy shit, this is the longest saga, motherfuckers. Like, imagine this was the Cell saga and it went on for 4 years. Like, holy shit, this storyline has... Talk about long-term storytelling, mofos. Stop thinking it's over, lol. Yeah, it is. Like, okay, I have to admit, at first, you know, the first weeks of the Bloodline, I think it was boring. Solo was going nowhere, but after this, you know, I think it's pretty cool, alright? They actually did something. They took some risks. Paul Heyman took some risks. You know, watching him take a bump, holy shit. Stop thinking it's going to suck. It's never been bad. Actually, it's been boring for a couple, like, weeks, I think. But, you know, recently, yeah, you know, it's starting to take off again. It's the best booked thing in WWE. It has the genius of Paul Heyman behind it. Yeah, Paul Heyman is a good-ass storyteller, I can tell. And if this is Paul Heyman's work, then Paul Heyman is a great wrestling writer. It's going to go down in history books as one of, if not the best long-term storyline of all time, and I agree. I do think this is one of the best storylines they got. Best long-term storyline, or whatever you want to call it. I think the whole Bloodline shit, it's amazing, mofos. I want to see more of it, and I'm captivated, and I think it's a good-ass storyline. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the Bloodline? What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think the Bloodline is gonna suck? Or do you think the Bloodline will be a good-ass story and it will go down in history as one of, if not the best long-term storyline of all time? It ain't nothing if it's from George something. Join the Hood Gang Network today. $2.99. Come on, join the Hood Gang Network today. Alright, the champ has gotta head out.